Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that were honest to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect and all the brothers pushing this work in sincerity and truth. This is Brother Tamayim from GMS Toronto, coming at you with another video. This video is going to be taken from the global news, right? So it says, two LA models found dead in a downtown apartment just days apart and also miles apart, right? Not too far from each other. It's starting to look like serial killers on the loose, huh? Two families are reeling after learning that their daughters, both models in LA, Los Angeles, were found dead in luxury apartments in the city's downtown last week, right? The bodies of Melissa Mooney, 31, and Nicole Nikki Coates, 32, were discovered late last week in apartments just a few miles from each other. Mooney's death is being investigated as a murder. The Los Angeles Police Department, the LAPD, says while Coates' death is not being investigated as a homicide at this time, however, you know it's a homicide. Come on now. You just don't want people to put the two and two together and make it seem like these two so-called black women were taken out, right? Because you know who these people be hanging around once they're in that world. It's Esau, Edom that these girls be hanging around, right? And sometimes these people know that it's an agenda for a serial killer to do what he has to do, right? And they give them that leeway sometimes. I'm not saying that's what's going on, but sometimes that's what it is, right? However, a family members of Coates said the family believes she was murdered, right? I couldn't recognize her. Coates' aunt, May Stevens, told KDLA about the moment family members discovered Coates in her apartment, right? See what happened to her then. I believe it was murder. I really do. One of her legs was up in the air in a kicking position. Damn. That was not somebody who just laid in the bed and died. Yeah, the bitch is probably getting choked. Yeah, Coates' mother Sharon told the news station that the scene of her daughter's death was bloody and gruesome. Damn. Right? Hey, the Lord's not playing with these bitches, man. Right? These women be doing all manner of wickedness behind the scenes, right? Being in LA, being a model, you know what these girls be doing. You know what they be seeing, right? You're in the devil's playground, in the belly of the beast, and they do all manner of wickedness to keep whatever they have, right? These mothers don't know what's going on, right? So you women, you're starting to see that that judgment is coming to you, right? You young, beautiful women, right? Because with the Lord, there's no oh, she's pretty, I'm gonna leave her alone, right? It's none of that. Once it's time for you to go, it's time for you to go, right? Mooney's body, meanwhile, was discovered 2 days later on September 12 when officers received a call after a check on her welfare. Details of what they discovered are slim, right? They know what they saw. Say that they do not know the cause of her death of this time, but the LAPD is asking for help in identifying the persons or people responsible for the crime. So if it's not if it's not a murder, what the fuck are you looking for people identifying in the crime for, right? So they always give away all these foolishness, all the lies, right? Here we go. That's one, right? That's one, and that's two. Huh? The Lord's not playing with you hoes, man. It's time for you bitches to die, cause you're wicked, right? A lot of them be having boyfriends, husbands, or whatever, and they be humping executives to get what they want, right? While having a boyfriend, right? In the scripture, that's the husband, you know, doing all manner of wickedness, drugs, right? Because that's what happens when you hang around with Esau, Edom, in these kind of industries, right? Let me get Colossians me get Colossians 3 real quick. 3 and 25. All the way down. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he hath done. There is no respect of persons. Right. With the Lord, there is no respect of persons. Right. That's the thing I was looking for. That's the statement I was looking for. There's no respect of persons. There's no, oh, she's hot. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she has a fat ass. Oh, her titties are nice. The Lord doesn't give a shit about no woman titties. He made them. Okay? When you decide to send that death angel for you, that death angel doesn't give a fuck about your titties either, man. Doesn't give a fuck about your ass. Don't give a shit about how flat your stomach is, how pretty your face is. Bitch, it's time to die. Okay? And it's time for you women to tremble. Right? It's time for you women to know this shit is not a game. Because a long time you women been going without judgment. Now that judgment is coming to you women. You Latino women, you black women, you Caribbean women, right? We hear a story about a man in Jamaica cutting a bitch's head off, right? Because what? She gave him 6 children that's not his, right? And rightfully so, that man should be walking free. Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. Because these bitches, especially these models, they're careless, man. They get everything that they want. They go to parties, they get drugs, they get all kind of shit. They get attention. So therefore, they're comfortable. And that carelessness just lingers on in their spirit. And that's how it's easy to kill these hoes, right? That's why these serial killers always target women, because they don't have no sense of danger. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. All these jobs are getting taken away too, right? So that's why these girls are spreading their legs, right? We can take this story in so many angles. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Tremble, be troubled. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, right? Meaning what? You're going to be in a low state. When you gird sackcloth upon your loins, according to the scriptures, what happened? You're in a fasting. You're pretty much fasting, right? Sackcloth means the opposite of luxurious, you know. Being in that low state, right? Being depressed. That's what's happening to you women, right? And you're starting to find out it doesn't matter how much money you make or how rich you think you are, that depression doesn't go away, right? Because you're not in your right state. I'm not talking about a spiritual state where you're supposed to be with one man and have children, and you're out here fucking a bunch of men, having sex over here, doing drugs, right? You're supposed to be at home with a husband with children, but you women reject that anyways, right? And you pretty much pick up that Babylon juice and you drink it down. Now you're drunk, and now you don't know what to do. You're confused. One moment you want this, next moment you want that. Next thing you know, you're taking a dirt nap. Shalom.